There are many things in life that people wouldn't think would work well together, but they just do. French fries and ice cream, unplanned pregnancies and hot tubs, uranium-235 and plutonium-239. Girls Panzer is one of those things because it takes the traditionally masculine activity of dying in combat and combines it with cute anime girls. I'm sure if they stuck cute anime girls in cars, people would watch that too. Oh wait, that's just Top Gear. Despite the strange combination, it has amassed a cult following, saved a town in Japan, probably even convinced a bunch of teenagers to sign up for the military. So together let's take a look at girls and tanks. Miho recently transferred to an all-girls school under the pretense that there were no Tankery programs offered there. If you're a concrete thinker, this word may confuse you. It may even lead you to look up what it is online only to find a Roblox game. A terrible Roblox game. Tankery is the art of gracefully and elegantly using tanks, which is why Tankery is traditionally a feminine activity. They even say it makes you a better woman, better wife, better mother, better at bringing up the past to win arguments. Crazy that women used to fight in wars. Now they want to split the bill unless we whip it out. Do they not know that we're the prize? Tankery is no different from how schools offer track, basketball. Maybe if you go to a wealthy school, they offer fencing. Maybe if you go to an impoverished school, they also offer fencing. This year, the Minister of Culture had Tankery classes reopen at this school, which is problematic for Miho because she transferred from her last school because she has PTSD from Tankery. Wow. Another case of a teenage girl self-diagnosing themselves with PTSD. Back in my day. Hey little buddy, shh. Look at me. Look at me! They didn't call it Girls Out of Panzer, now did they? So get in the Panzer, Shinji! Miho is told by the president that if she doesn't join Tankery, she won't be allowed to stay at the school much longer. Now, why would they want her to join so badly? Did they check her wiki? She is from a famous family known for their great Tankery abilities. Typically, we just call them war criminals. Nobody talks about the bad parts about being a Nepo baby. She was destined to be a tanker. You think Naruto could have pursued his passion of stand-up comedy? No. During his first performance, they told him to keep his talent hidden in Leaf. But above all, they need her because she has the mind of Lelouch, the reaction time of Ultra Instinct Goku, and the voice actresses of femboys, oddly enough. Also, because nobody else has experience in the school. She's like Bonnie Blue in Nun School. So forget about all that PTSD, it's all in your mind anyways. This is the equivalent of sticking a World War II vet back on the battlefield. Actually, I met quite a few of them, they'd probably like that. Miho eventually gives in, and their tanks are perfect. Most of the time spent on this anime went into making these tanks historically accurate inside and out. It's genius. Now there are two target audiences for this anime and they're polar opposites. When every boy exits the womb, they choose one of four big T's to be obsessive over. T-Rexes, tanks, trains, or tits. I chose the wrong one. They bring out real tanks from various countries, even telling us their names. The problem is that CV-33 means nothing to me. The only combination of letters and numbers that mean anything to me are R2-D2. I would appreciate it if every time they mentioned a tank, they would do a cutaway. Man, this reminds me of the time we rode M1 Abrams during Operation Desert Storm.
Neo, you're surrounded! Get out of there now!
Luckily for people like me, they associated animals with the tanks. Because I can remember Rabbit. The mallard was a problem though, just call it a duck, man. Tanking itself consists of two different types of battles. Elimination matches, where you have to eliminate all of the enemy tanks and capture the flag, where you only have to destroy the tank that carries the flag. But don't worry, when a tank is destroyed, it's only incapacitated, which you can tell when that happens because the French flag pops out. They act like she's dying for real. In real life, she's dead. She might be! Now, you might be concerned for these girls who are using weapons specifically made for war, but the internet also falls under that category and it kills far more people than tanks do. However, you will soon discover that this sport somehow has 0 casualties, which is surprising because ping pong has casualties. This may be the first war that doesn't have casualties. But love is? The director stated that this is treated not as a war, but as a sport, that despite being a combat show, nobody dies. Luckily for them, this is written into the plot, because leaving your tanks to emote by a campfire next to your enemy would probably result in a high death rate. These battles also take place in residential areas, which surprisingly nobody panics when they see them. School shootings in Japan are so kawaii desu. But just look where my tax dollars are going, man. Still, this is a very tactical anime. To even understand some of these plans, you probably have to watch all of Rick and Morty to get your IQ up. They implement multiple strategies depending on the environment and the various types of tanks that they face, using various real-life tactics used by all of the great war generals, such as hiding in cutouts of brick walls, drifting tanks, and of course, bullet dodging. These fights are dynamic for one reason: CGI. I hate CGI. But this may be the first time that the CGI improves the anime, which is the highest praise you can receive from me. This is like an atheist saying, oh my god. It also feels like a mecha anime. I hate mecha anime. It may be my least favorite type of anime other than male idol anime, which I didn't even know was a thing till now. But I suppose two negatives do make a positive. Unless you're adding them together, which is what I'm doing in this situation. The tank battles are fun, having constant movement, even being able to have the camera move around freely due to the use of CGI. It has multiple POV shots that feel unlike any other anime I've seen before. The use of CGI tanks blends in so well with the animation, which was something I was sure I would hate going into it. But above all, the animation was always moving. Man, I'm gonna be pissed when I have to review One Punch Man next. The fights themselves normally follow a similar formula. Team Protagonist is in a tournament where the stakes are, if they don't win, they all die, forever. And I wonder who's gonna win with their very existence on the line. Despite it being a tournament, they will never get the home field advantage, which goes about as well as it went for the Germans invading the Soviet Union, or Germans invading North Africa,
or germs invading 99.9% of hand sanitizers. Ironically, I'm re-recording this line while I'm sick. Damn you, germs!
Another disadvantage is that they are almost always outnumbered, which makes Tankery the original pay-to-win. The enemy also always gets insanely powerful tanks that are clearly not in regulation. Ref, that tank is clearly taking testosterone! After someone dies on the protagonist team from not listening, my glorious, intelligent, beautiful, magnificent Queen Miho, like prime Douglas MacArthur, creates a genius plan to unexpectedly win at the last minute. Then they all hug and become best friends, which, oddly enough, is how some people think wars will end if they bring up global conflicts at Thanksgiving dinner. Unite your total strength to be devoted to construction for the future. The moe genre of anime has died out over time. I personally blame John Wilkes Booth. What is moe anime, you may be asking if you came out of the womb and Solo Leveling was on TV? Well, to explain it without sounding like a creep, I need you to imagine me as a gay man, preferably a 1960s gay man with a cover-up family. Moe is the focus on cuteness and innocence. I'm off to a real strong start with that sentence. You've probably seen the classic moe movements, such as running, swaying side to side, and of course, running into a wall. In moe, everything is cute or can be made cute. Above all else in this world, cuteness is prioritized. It doesn't matter how cold it is outside. Like men in college, they never switch their outfits unless they think it's cuter. Don't imagine me as a gay man when I said that line though. They eat cute food, put cute cushions in their tanks, even skip cutely. It's difficult to explain that putting them in tank-based swimsuits is a different kind of fan service from when they put Data Life characters in swimsuits. Oh wait, no it's not. It's simply not sexual. If you say you like these types of shows, people will think you're weird, and statistically, it's kinda true, sorry to tell you this. This is probably due to the effects of widespread porn addiction, so now everybody thinks everything is sexual. Can't a man eat a popsicle in peace anymore? The other aspect of moe is true friendships. If you jumped off a bridge, these friends probably would too. All girls, at their core, are nothing but kind-hearted and loving, with nothing but joy on the brain. And I thought that tanking was the only gender switch they made. The only true evil people in this world are adults because they hate whimsy and joy. The other day my parents said, "Isn't it time you moved out and got a job? You're 24 watching cartoons all day." Oh, so not moe. Because of the type of show that Girls Panzer is, the average viewers are happy-go-lucky people, cute core girls, and neo-Nazi men. Sometimes all of these at once. It's good to see women enter into traditionally masculine fields. To me, the show is just perfect. When the music plays, it's a good day to be patriotic because they play so many military songs, some of which almost delayed the anime's release. There are so many different girls that come from different countries that if you pay close enough attention, you might be able to pick up from where. It does comedy very well, but at the end of the day, if you would enjoy this show, it comes down to one thing. Do you like whimsy and joy? In conclusion, here's some English.
Always fair in never and war. Excited! Okay. Hey, Jesus! Minna, good job, very nice!
0 out of 10. What's next? Women will start hard-picking DPS roles? When God created the earth, I assume this is what he was hoping for. This was his end goal. Hello, Outro Lunar here. You probably are freaking out. Why can't I see him? It's because I'm in camouflage, because buying a tank was slightly out of budget. If you want to watch me watch this anime, my Patreon is free and in the description. Shout out to my top 10 members on Discord. And click here to check out my most recent video. Click here to check out the recommended video. And click here to check out my Twitch, which I'll start streaming again in January. Okay, goodbye.